G'day, today we're going to have a look at a game called Stellar Settlers. So this is one that I was given a key for to check out. So let's jump on in, have a look. So I did have an initial go with this. My game crashed out, not a fault of the game, fault of my PC. And so I have just sort of skipped over essentially picking characters. That was sort of mainly what there was. There's a very five, or I've picked five, so probably it's about 10 characters I could choose from. Each of them has sort of an ability that allows them to, so you can see he increases generation by 10%, she decreases all material spending by 5%, 20% chance to evade negative effects, increase spending by 10%, and Matt makes tunnels free of cost. Now, from what I've learnt, that seems very worthwhile because tunnels are a big part of this. So, first looking now, let's try and recreate what I was doing. So we have headquarters and we need to build a miner factory. Interestingly too, just on a quick side note, I would just, if a recording crashed, I would just start a new game and just sort of not acknowledge that that's happened. But if I save and quit in this game, I can't see a way to start a new game. I've only got continue. Or quit game, which would, I assume, take me completely out of the game. There's not like a reset progress option or anything. Just a funny little, like, I can't see any way to go back. So, like, continue it is. I can't go, oh, actually, you know what, I want to choose different people, or I want to play a different level. It's I don't know, I'm missing something. Okay, so there's a tunnel connection. Everyone needs to be connected via tunnels. Create miner and hauler units to mine planet resources. Okay, so this requires someone to be attached to it. So Liam, let's get you in there. So it's going to cost us materials to have these guys. We'll have an ever-ending like supply of materials, so there's no harm in building as many as we need. That'll get us through the missions that we require there as well. Build storage entrance. Okay, so we want to go and find a storage entrance. We will plant this guy over here. One thing I did learn when I was playing before too is that you actually have to look at where those connection points are on these. For example, you can see this guy's got connection points on all of them, whereas, say, this front side, he doesn't have one. Even the front side of this top guy, he doesn't have one. On this side, there's only the particular angles that you can go at. So you need to sort of factor that in when you are building self-sufficient pods. It's some self-sufficiency. The other thing I learned is if you build upwards, there's nothing that says that that's actually going to... like, this guy here isn't connected to that guy there. If you've got two separate pods. Obviously, in this particular case, they are, because that's just one pod. So, but when you stack guys up, that doesn't mean they are connected. You are still going to need to connect them via tunnels. So what we're going to do is build... Which can I afford of these? Let's just go all in and let's build 4 things. Actually, you know what? Let's make a nice clean layout. Go 6. We just can't afford that guy yet. The way that we're going to do this, I think, is that let's go, everyone is sitting in that set of 6. So once we can afford it, although I realize again, none of those guys are connected, so I'm getting none of their benefit yet. So let's get these guys all connected. If nothing else, we're going to have a huge amount of building material. Probably what we need. So it's that electricity that we apparently need, which I think is what this guy's generating. I hope. You hauling energy material. Beautiful. So with that, what we'll do is we're going to go up a layer. And let's have a look at what way this guy can connect. He can only connect two different directions. And this actually becomes a kind of fun puzzle, I find, for doing this. So this guy I'm going to have sitting there. This guy I'm going to have... It would be nicer if there was a clearer way when I was placing about which squares are facing where, because I keep having to turn this guy around, like the map around. You can see I swing it around regularly, trying to figure out where I've got my entrances and exits. Got a vertical tunnel for these two. That now puts our tunnel system into second layer of our build. Silicon factory will be layer 3. But we will slowly wait for our greenhouse layer to be done. Just waiting for this truck to return with that electricity. I mean, it is sort of screaming that maybe what we should be worrying about at the moment is electricity, but I cannot take a hint. The problem I have is that to get the next layer, like to start worrying about the silicon guys and get silicon factories going, I actually have to go up, 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 because this guy's only got 2 connectors. If I want these guys connected in a series of 6, it would be that this guy has to then have a left turn to this guy, then a turn to this guy, and then a turn to here, and then this guy can say go up. So the first silicon factory I can build can't be until this guy here is built up, which is just me wasting my own time, really. I'm making enough of everything else, though, that really all I need to do here is build a solar panel, and that'll get me more energy. So what we can do is just do a quick vertical connection there. And we'll see this guy bump up out as well. And as that happens, be able to build our greenhouses a little bit faster. I'm not a big fan of the fact that something's not available, it's red, great, but if I hover over it, it stops being red, which makes me think that, oh, suddenly I can afford it. Obviously, it's showing me the red number there, but it's definitely at glance, it's confusing me. Beginning, because I've got it selected, it's not going red like everything else is. Cool that we hover over this, we can see how many we're making per minute each. Do that construction. Conductive, I keep saying constructive. Conductive material is the lowest, but we only need to get through 2 more of these blue guys, and we can start building them. Upward and downward tunnels unlocked, storage pods unlocked. Press the series of buttons that weren't what I wanted, because I wanted to rotate back the other way. Alright, so now we're going to build our last Terra miner. Jimmy's very unhappy. I mean, why are you so sad? Oh, because you need to go to the doctor? Fallen ill. soon. Promise. Okay, so let's get... Now this guy I'm pretty sure I can just have sitting in any direction. Other connector is connected. Our greenhouse. Talk to me about the silicon. How many connectors do these guys have? 3, thank goodness. That means I can build 1, and then I can immediately build the electricity on top of the solar panels on top of that. Making the greenhouse the second layer could have been probably the bigger mistake here. Doubles production for a slant pod. Let's do that. Let's done that a while ago. Okay. Certainly helping with our production there. Speedier. Okay, so then what we'll do is we'll have this guy. Let's rotate around so we can just make sure we've got our angles right. So he'll face that way, which then means that we can connect him via that. And then we can also just do... build the next guy first. Now, how many connectors do you have? You've only got 2 and they run that way. How am I going to get you to connect then to this guy? I think I can. Alright, so what we have to do then is we have to go back to here, go another silicon, find his 3 ways, and we'll get him to point that way. And then we'll get the solar panels to point that way, and then that one there. And then what we can do is go 1, 2, vertical, and then those guys are all connected. We didn't have a problem that my these guys are facing the wrong way for if I want to connect across here. So what we then do is it's going to be silicon factory there. Get this guy in that way. Those 2. So that's overview mode. Okay, and then silicon, and I guess that what we want is each of the silicon sort of facing outward. Actually, I did do that the wrong way. If I let's get rid of that. This is in part just to do with like aesthetics, I feel. We rotate this guy like that, he's then connected. We can then do the vertical tunnel there, and then I can put solar panels there. This guy connecting that way, which just seems slightly nicer. And we go silicon factory there, because then he can connect something out this way if we want to keep building to the side. That there, that there. Go again. There, connect that. Connect that. Now that long wait that we just had for materials. Hopefully, not anymore because we've now got that giant stack built. Okay, so now we can look at other things. So let's expand out. So our mission is to increase our storage space. So the storage pods can't be placed on the ground floor. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and then we will get these guys to go vertically up like 1, 3. One more apparently. Now storage tower. Mission completed. Okay, and then what we want to do is we will go lounge. I do want to be a little bit careful of not blocking off materials. Maybe we should build this further back. Or over this side. Let's go this side. So we will go lounge. Just the wrong button, press T instead of R. Lounge. That. No, I put that facing the wrong way because it doesn't have a all facing thing, but I am grateful that it does let you just rotate away after you build. Quarters. Research station. Sick bay. Alright, see for that. So let's go across. Cross. Up. And then we need to assign 2 to the sick bay. Build 2 lounges. Alright, so he's got a 20% chance to trigger a positive event twice, increase bot movement speed by 10%, increase storage by 20%. That seems huge, Nix. I don't quite get how that works because we haven't gone up by 20% there. We just did. Build water pods. Assign all settlers to pods. Alright, well let's assign someone here to just make everyone a little bit happier. Next you can do that. Get to select a material to use for research. Go the yellow for now. Liam's on task there. That's just working on the solar panels. Let's just get Harper on red, her on blue. 10% to make everyone a little bit happier there. Okay. All Razor blueprint, hub tunnel blueprint. That seems like it'd be pretty good, but I feel like we should be worrying on other stuff. Get our research credits. So By using 10 of any selected material every 4 minutes does not seem like a lot of materials needed. In a way that I wonder if I should possibly build a second one. How much longer you gotta wait, Timmy? Build new pods at 6th floor or higher. Alright. Well, let's just go a storage pod on top of our storage pod tower. Finish 3 settler missions. Done. Research 10. Alright, well that's a motivation to give us another research station. But we will make sure that this one's using a different material. We do have 3 research points now, so it probably means we can do a bit more shopping. Focus on gaining faster. Sure. Alright, talk to me about the observatory. Cannot be placed under the 8th floor of a level. That would be a real painful thing to have to get to. Alright, let's get... And both of these guys actually benefit everything around them. Top and bottom level pods, assigned pods, have 50% production. Neither of them really have an ability that would be ideal for research station. I'm going to unassign her, and I will put Nix in the observatory. And I will take Harper out of this one and put him in the lounge. Though we do have 2 lounges, so I'd imagine that everyone's happiness is going to get up there pretty quick. It's like it's saying reach 10, so the fact that I pulled 3 out actually doesn't... I'm not sure if it likes it. Or if it's going to count that, or I actually have to make it all the way to 10. It seemed like maybe I should build a second observatory, though. How many more levels? I just need to build 2 more things on top of this. I think we need more of. I feel like all of these are just going to be generating pretty well for a while. You can see, yeah, that's now gone to 1 of 10, so I don't want to be spending my research credits. Let's go for another... Let's find out direction that we need to have this facing. For a lounge, and then another quarters, just to fully cover the amount of guys that we can have. And then... Then we will hop... Matt, you're gonna have to wait for a few minutes. Toomey is still going. Can't be bothered building 2 sick bays. Well, maybe I should. I mean, I'm not doing anything else right now, so let's get another sick bay in there. Where's Matt currently located? Oh, we're starting to move now with our research credits, 1.5 per minute. And once I've got the observatory, these guys seem pretty useless. Both speed and the cost of them. I do worry about a meteor hitting an actual tower that I've built here, because we are stacked. We're not spread thin. We are very straight up here. One to go. There it is. Done. Research and place a trade satellite. Trade satellite. Okay. Shouldn't be too long a wait there. We're getting 37 every minute. It does also show the sudden jump that we get to have with how much stuff costs. Increase that dude's spending. Decrease pod research generation times. Increase generation times. I feel like pod research would be the most useful. So welcome aboard, Ben. I'll be placed onto the 6th floor. Okay. So how do we want to stack you higher? I want to go a greenhouse, silicon factory, and then a trade satellite. Research and place a repair station. Repair station's going to cost me 10. Guess heads up that there's going to be malfunctioning pods. The absolute obliteration we had of our life support material there. He sits up there hovering. Wondering where he was. Definitely moving a bit quicker with our research credits. Something not unbearable. How you doing, Toomey? Are you back into the world of the living? What was Ben's ability? Well, sort of what you're directly connected to, right? Or is that considered directly connected? So if he was in the sick bay, the 2 research stations above and below would be deemed directly connected. I wonder if the observatory counts as directly connected for him. Anyway, we can now get ourselves a pair station. What just happened? AI uprising. They tried to warn us. Again, all 3 of the 4 things that we need for this guy we don't have enough of, but we're relatively close for each of them. It's just if it gives us another mission that's similar to this next, we're going to be basically starting from 0 with everything. It's one of them. Two and I'm not really gonna have anywhere I can put you. I assume, or do you have to go on the ground? No, you don't have to. Oh, I want you sitting. Going out this way was where I didn't want to go because those guys going for the yeah, so let's go go for another Terra miner. You can sit on top of that. Build a launch pad. Some things up here actually wouldn't mind building either. I wouldn't mind building a what was it? The entertainment pod. That's the enrichment pod. What was the entertainment one? Entertainment pod. Keep everyone happy. They're looking for the launch pad though. Assume it's going to be cost me 10, because it seems to be where they're currently pointing me. Launchpad blueprint 30. Place the launch pad to start building your spaceship. Now I'm kind of curious about that, but we are really at the end of the video here. So I guess I don't think that we're going to make enough research points in time for that one. I was definitely curious. Well, this is definitely a relaxing game. I have not felt stressed in any way, even with meteors crashing down around us and an AI uprising and lots going on. But it was just a real pleasant little, essentially a puzzle. Like the way that you've got to figure out how to get things to connect to each other. I mean, it feels a bit lazy just doing those like up and around connectors. But when building, say, like our grid back here, that was kind of fun. Yeah, it's good fun. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.